Welcome back to the last game of today's DreamLeague, ASUS ROG DreamLeague. It's funny because we have to say ASUS ROG DreamLeague. That's the whole name. Yeah. And
tough.
sometimes I forget. So I apologize for that in a way. But yeah, I mean, we were discussing two very important things during the break. First of all, I was right with the Tyrant thing. People on
No, you are not.
People came to me showing me lots of proof on the internet. Thank you, people, for proving me right once again. But I don't want to humiliate you, so I'm going to move to the next thing, right? Before we talk about last game, if we can bring the standings, we were doing the math on how things are looking. And I know you looked at the standing a lot during the breaks, but here's the thing, right?
Okay, the standings is not updated.
First of all,
this is not correct.
Okay, here's the thing. Cloud9 is on top of Empire because they won versus Empire. So the tiebreaker favors.
All the Sigma matches are in
Yeah,
here?
yeah, they're there.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes, because that's the other thing that I was saying. So Cloud9 should be first, Team Empire should be second. Then Team Dog Alliance is fine. And EG and Navi are there kind of like in the edge. And here's the thing. Team Liquid is out because they already played all their games and they're below 6th place. MYM the same. Sigma International, of course, they're out. And here's the thing that has to happen. So Fnatic, they still have a decent chance because they have lost the same games as Navi. So if Navi loses one more game, for example, and Navi wins one more than Navi, Fnatic wins one more than Navi, they're through. But with Rockskis and VP, it's two interesting cases. For Rockskis to go through, either EG or Navi had to lose all of their games, and Rockskis has to win all of their games.
Okay.
And for VP to go through, VP has to win all of their games, and Navi, not EG, has to lose all of their games. In which case, they would go into a tiebreaker match between Navi, because they would be 1-1 in the global series. So that's how it looks like. It's really tough for any team that's not Fnatic to hit that top 6.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to look forward to in the next days, because today we're not going to see either Rockskis or VP anymore. But having said that, and having discussed that, we'll go back into the game that just happened. And what happened, guys?
They couldn't lane the Spectre, and then they lost.
Do you think Quelling Blade, if they got a stout shield, do you think it would have made a difference?
If he came to the lane with like a poor man's and a pool,
Yeah.
I think maybe it would have been more reasonable for him to get some farm, but I still think it would have been hard. And no matter what like early game items he went, he was going to die to an arrow no matter what.
Yep.
Like if he goes phase drums, he still dies to an arrow soul catcher. If he goes Vanguard, he still dies to an arrow soul catcher. It's like
I also didn't like his build. He went for Max Desolate, which normally is the correct build to go for, but he laned against the Shadow Demon, so every time he got disrupted, it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and I didn't like either the fact that you pair a Spectre with the AA. What's this synergy
Yeah, what's
there?
there's no...
well, that's what we mentioned too. It's like I think what happened was maybe they originally thought that they were going to do just a defensive 3-man lane, and then like 3/4 of the way through the draft, they're like, wait a minute, if they just go aggressive, our lane loses anyway.
Right.
So now we need to have like a backup plan. And in their mind, it seems more reasonable to put it mid because then you have Yol in the woods who could potentially come like counter gank mid, but it never really happened because the Sand King is not like a self-sufficient support. He needs to be able to find something like he needs to farm or he needs to gank, and he can't do both. So if Yol's not mid, he needs to be farming, and he wasn't doing that at the beginning of the game. I think he got like 1 kill or something like that. And by the time they had the Radiance, the game was over. Like it was actually over when he got his Radiance.
And as opposed to the previous game, the other team built pipe.
Yeah.
So all that magic damage that was coming from the AA ult, from the Prophet ult, and from the Spectre once he got his Radiance was nullified by the pipe mech.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do, right?
It was a really, really strong draft by Empire. I kind of realized why
You love the TIE Hunter.
Those strategies just don't work anymore because you have so much freedom to pick like unconventional heroes like Tide because the other team is not buying BKBs. Like people really underestimate how important that is, especially when you have a hero who, in order to buy a BKB, severely limits their damage output or makes them in a situation where it's like, okay, I'm not really a threat anymore, but at least I'm not going to die. Like Spectre can't be that hero.
Right.
So Andy, Puck, Acceptor against team with no BKBs.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Literally unkillable.
Literally,
8-second stuns all over the place.
literally never.
It's not an 8-second stun.
It's an
8-second
8-second
stun.
lockdown.
It's an 8-second ring of
Ensnare,
death.
and then 3-second stun. 11-second lockdown.
11 seconds.
You can get mana leak on Coddle, and also get 3-second stun on one guy without.
Not on the whole team.
Not an AoE.
But you can heal people
Not
with
an
your
AoE.
ponies in AoE. I don't know. Looks bad either way.
I think it was just a simple mistake. Like looking at the draft and expecting him to pick a Spectre, like you expect him to pick it because it synergizes well with the whole global strategy. And if, you know, okay. A8, Nature's Prophet, Sand King. They should be able to make some room for this Spectre. They couldn't make any room.
They tried rotating him bottom about 15 minutes in.
He couldn't go anywhere.
No, he just died. Look.
Yeah.
Just didn't work. But anyways, that was the game. We're going to go into the next game, the final game of the day, which is going to be Empire versus Dog. But maybe first I was wondering, do we have some Twitter questions, some Twitter people? I have no idea. Maybe we do.
Maybe not.
Yes. So while we look at that, Empire versus Team Dog, they both won their games today.
Yep.
Looking really strong.
Both against Roxkiss.
Both against Roxy, so they kind of have the same measure. Like if we were talking about doing like a scientific experiment.
No, here's a
was the
measure that you didn't. How
control
badly
group.
did they beat Rock's Kiss?
Right, that's the thing. It's like they
I'd
both.
say Empire beat him harder.
Yeah.
That
I
was
do.
my follow-up
But-
question. It's like,
Yeah.
But Dog beat them with style.
They lost
Well,
the lanes.
I think
man.
Dog-
That's just
Dog like outskilled them really
yeah,
hard.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think Empire just won the game from like the pick screen and the lanes. Because
so
really,
one's out skill, one's out draft.
really, in order for Roxkiss to win the last game, they would have had to have outskilled, right?
Right.
Like they had to make big plays
right.
in order to actually make anything happen.
So do you think Empire will have the better draft, but Dog will win
With the skills.
with the skills? And there's knowing glances between Andy and Lumi.
This guy's unbelievable, man.
He's not on the lobby.
Every
is he?
single game. He didn't even have Dota open.
It was
Really?
updating. It was updating.
Updating what?
Patch.
What are we
Yeah,
doing here, Lumi?
patch.
What are we doing? What's the...
Look, first you don't let me kick over cups anymore behind the
I
table.
mean, it's not a good thing kicking a cup. And then,
now
like,
I have to log into
you
Dota
don't know
2.
what a tyrant means. You kick the Dota
do know what
cup.
tyrant
You
means.
don't know. You don't
Oh my
get into
goodness.
the lobby. I mean, you're making your case worse and worse, Lumi.
Yeah, he's in.
Now you're in.
Click.
It's like The Matrix. Have you watched The Matrix?
No.
No, you must have seen The Matrix. Really? Like, come on.
Yeah, I seen that scene.
Mr. Anderson.
Your
I've
Honor, I
seen
rest
that
my
scene.
case. It's pretty bad.
I'm going to be okay.
There's no hope for him.
I'm going to be fine.
I read Machiavelli though. Again, we had this discussion like a month ago. It doesn't pay to be a well-read dude.
No.
It does.
Not
It totally
here.
does. Clearly, I'm more well-read than you.
No, you're not. You don't know what tyrant means.
I do.
Holy shit. Actually,
Yes.
to clear it up,
Right.
we both had different definition of tyrant.
Right. So both are accepted. It's just like
Right.
one is,
I'm using the modern English version,
and I'm using the right, like proper Greek.
which nobody
etymology.
uses anymore.
Stop living in the
Okay.
past, Bruno.
I'm just saying, if you want to learn modern English,
Yeah.
Chinese man with the picture of
Chinese
a dog behind him
Look,
That's
is
great.
we're getting a little sidetracked.
Yes.
I have like a 75-word essay I got to
Right.
write. So can we please like get on with it?
No, it's just like making time so we can pop something about tweet or something. So Shane, do the honors.
What game at TI4 are you looking forward to? Like a good matchup? Or who would you want to be in the finals?
TI4 or not TI4 qualifiers. TI4.
I want the North American team to be in the finals. Like EG, maybe?
It's so
There's-
hard to predict who's actually going to get to the finals this year.
I already know. I've written down in the
he
stars.
already
man.
said that.
Yeah.
Who's going
It's
to
going to be Cloud9 versus DK. Cloud9 3-2. Like, it's
done.
done. It's done.
All right.
I'm gonna say my top 4 are going to be DK, Empire, EG, and BG Gaming.
No European team?
No Alliance
I haven't
and
seen
Navi.
much of Vici
No
Gaming
Alliance
lately.
or Navi
They're
recently.
doing well.
They're doing well.
Okay.
They're doing really, really well.
I mean, obviously, I've seen DK and Empire. And
And I'm going to venture saying that the Chinese team of the the Chinese team that comes from the qualifiers and Team Dog, which
Yeah.
I predict is going to win the European qualifiers,
top 8-ish.
are going to be top 8.
Okay.
Damn.
I think Dog could even do better.
Dude, I think CIS are going to come through.
It's CIS or Dreamtime or HGT.
I really think CIS will come. I don't know why. That's like the hardest one to predict, but I just have this feeling.
In
You
your
could say
gut.
it's more than a feeling.
Are you hooked on a feeling?
Maybe I am.
Have to do a Hasselhoff video. Anyways, yeah, I think that's the case. You're clowning fun.
Stop calling them Cloud9. I hear it every time when you say that team.
Cloud9.
Cloud.
It is kind of fitting, though.
Cloud.
Cloud9.
But they
Cloud9.
win in the clowniest ways.
And they lose even clownier.
Clown or fashionable or fun. You know.
Fun 9.
Fun 9.
Fun.
The
nine.
Fun 5.
Fan 9.
That would be a good team name. The Fun 5.
The
Because
Fabulous
it's
Five.
alliteration. Fabulous 5. No, Fabulous 5 seems like a team I would be playing in.
Probably wouldn't win very much.
No.
They'd look great though.
But they would
all that
lose
matters.
his style. It's like
Oh,
I
boy.
think that it's underrated how like Fnatic is one of those teams that you go into a LAN and they always do something. Like they always bring the attention to themselves. Navi does that in a way. And I think that's
Because they
pretty
look good. Is that?
underrated. No, not necessarily, but just like the fact that the massage with Era and No Tail and Navi with Havos carrying people on their shoulders and stuff like
they
that.
have fun with it. Like
I think that it really helps to get fans. And if you're like a boring team, even if you play well, people will not like you that much. So I don't know. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
So you're saying Cloud9 are boring?
Clown nine
they're,
are boring.
They're fun to watch.
they're
really
not,
fun
they're
to
not boring.
watch.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
They lose
I think-
spectacularly.
I
But
think they're
like,
fun to
I
watch
think
as well.
Empire would have much more viewers if they would expose themselves a little bit more, or fans,
A
not
bit of
viewers.
skin, like
Yeah, just like
It's getting a little bit
Bottom.
risque here.
just saying.
You're not wearing your necklace.
No, I forgot it again. Okay, so there's some more tweets coming. And what will happen in the DH DreamLeague finals? Prediction about winners and meta, please. Okay, let's go with
What
winners.
will happen?
Yeah, what will happen? It's like you have the crystal ball here, right?
Axe is going to be in the finals.
Okay.
against Axe and Tuskar.
Now, Axe is going to be in the finals. He's going to get a dunk rampage.
5 dunks.
5 dunks.
Holy
And
fuck.
then there's going to be a buyback, and he's going to get a 6 dunk.
Double
That will
rampage.
happen.
That,
That will happen. Cool. And who's going to be picking that? Is it going to be Misery Axe? The no spin Axe?
Well, now PRD has
Now
changed,
PRD, yeah.
so he is gonna spin.
I think Misery.
Misery.
Team Dog in the
Team
finals.
Dog in the finals. 6 dunking with Axe.
That's pretty impressive.
Mm.
I guess we don't even
If you're
have
going
to
to
stay here
dream
anymore.
big, right?
Yeah.
Right. Lumi?
Yeah, Cloud9 is gonna be in the final,
Mm-hmm.
and
Clown 9 again.
they're
Cloud9.
gonna choke 0-3.
Choke 9.
Choke 9
Choke 7.
Has happened before.
will happen again.
Hmm.
Except PI4, they're gonna win.
Right.
I think Dog and Alliance are going to be in the final.
Dog and Lions.
Yeah, the Swedish. I think that's going to happen. On their home turf.
I think Navi and Alliance are going to get to the final and they will like shut all of us up. They were like talking, oh, like Cloud9 is a new Navi and Dog is a new Alliance. And Navi and Alliance will come to the final and say, hey,
I thought you said Empire was gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah,
they
but
won.
Alliance are going to get to
Well,
the
the-
finals,
the
and they're
thing
going
is
to pick like Wisp Coddle, and everyone's going to be like,
Omni Knight Wisp. The thing.
could be.
another question. Which hero will be the most annoying of TI4?
As in like the Morphling
Most
anti-mage.
annoying?
Most
Naga.
annoying.
Why?
If it gets through Naga,
Naga?
like for sure.
No, I think Naga is gonna have those 80-minute games, and we all know we love those 80-minute
Yeah,
games.
everyone loves that.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
Don't you want to see games where there's like 10 buybacks, people are getting 7 inventory slots?
What was going through your head in 96-minute game with IG and DK? Let's be honest. It's been a
I
year
actually
already.
did my best to like think about things that were relevant to say. But in a 96-minute game where nobody's fighting each other, the only thing that can be said is whoever wins the next fight and the other team doesn't have buybacks.
But they all had buybacks all the time.
right, but it's like
You see, you're doing it wrong, Andy. Coming guy from Casted Long Games.
Right.
That's where you talk about anything. Like
yeah, but we were talking
Like the
about
war
anything at that
tyrants
point.
and shit.
It's like
Yeah.
that's when I just let Aaron do his thing because he's really good at space filling and I'm really good at talking about Dota. So when Dota's not happening, I let him talk.
No, you just bring up movie references. You're good at that too.
Yeah, I mean I could bring up movie references, but I can't with you.
You can.
So
You
basically,
can.
if there's a long game, I'm just gonna be looking at you the whole time and I'm gonna be like,
No,
I'm not saying anything.
we got other stuff. Don't worry. We got special sauce prepared.
All right.
Perfect.
We talk about cooking.
Yeah, we
You
could talk
yeah,
about
you teach
cooking.
me cooking, and we relate it to Dota.
Cooking.
Synergy in the cooking.
I figured it was necessary to like emphasize the.
It's good.
Hmm.
You can use the figurative. How do you call this thing?
Air
Quotation
Quotes.
mark-
Quotation marks? Quotes?
Quoting.
Is that
Yeah,
like-
it's just like quoting.
Okay. Okay. And these are parents?
Parents? No.
Parenthesis.
Parentheses? But it's
I'm
like
a
that's
parent.
Learn English.
No. Here's the
These
thing.
are
Because like
bananas.
in programming you say
Apple.
parent because it's short. But I was
Ah.
like, do you actually say parents? Like not
Parentheses.
parents. Like
Parentheses.
P-A-R-N-R-E-N. Or you go full parentheses because it's like a mouthful. Like between
is, but-
parentheses.
But it sounds weird to just say parent.
between parents. I don't know, man. Like we
sounds like you're saying
developers, like we have to save the optimize time.
Everything's shorthand. You know, you're just like
the less time we spend talking, the more time we spend.
You talk an awful lot then.
the less time you spend kicking over lights in the
Maybe
studio.
I was not such a good coder after all.
What are we waiting for? What's the deal here?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah,
No,
it's coming.
We were
6
actually
December
ahead of
25.
time, whereas game's starting in a minute.
You know what we should do for Christmas? We should do Secret Santa.
Way ahead.
It's like
Okay.
super long time.
Couldn't be
That's
further
I don't know
away.
what I will
Literally-
eat tonight.
Secret Santa, nobody has any money.
That's
the secret.
Yeah, that's the thing. That you
So when everybody gets
you
gifts,
make
guess who
something.
they're from?
I will
Make
ask Mingle.
something.
I will ask Mingles to get me a rat to give someone a Secret Santa.
What happened with
Mingles
that, by
did-
the way?
yeah.
Well, I mean, she's
probably
feeding
ate
all
it.
10 kittens.
No, but
because-
this is the thing, because she had a rat earlier, a mouse. I think
Yeah.
it was a mouse.
Yeah, mouse.
And she was like standing outside the house, like, somebody let me in. We're like, we're not letting you bring that in
with
here.
with
So
a
she just
mouse.
walked back and forth on the porch for like 45 minutes and then it disappeared.
Well,
No,
she
there's a lot
kind of
of-
got hungry.
There's a lot of
According
she
to
ate
guts
it.
on the
Webs,
floor.
she ate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of guts on the floor under
Alright.
this thing. It's nasty.
Yeah. So yeah, we can't. I mean, I know the kittens want to eat. The little one.
I
Chewy,
actually
especially.
caught Naga Siren eating out of the bowl the other day, and I had to like pull the food out of her mouth
What's wrong with that?
because they choke on it. Like
Yeah, they like
can't
the
eat
hard
it.
food. They can't eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they really want to eat. I was eating pizza today and like some breadcrumbs dropped next to that. I was just like nom nom nom. Breadcrumbs.
I don't think it's necessarily that they want solid food, they just want some food. Because Ghost is the worst mom in the world. Like,
But
you
she-
saw what happened, right?
She
Yeah.
is pretty skinny though. Like she doesn't look like she has much milk in her. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe that's true.
Yeah, but I mean,
Snow, on the other hand, could probably
Oh.
feed like 30 kittens.
okay. Here's the thing, right? Like no matter who the mom is. Imagine you're a mom of those kittens, and you lay down there and you have like not your 3 kids, but 10 kids going at your tits because they want milk. That's not cool.
That's why you go out and hunt mice.
It
It's like, I
really
need a
felt like
break.
Walking Dead, though, when you mentioned it. Because the cat walks into this little pen, and like 10 kittens just swarm her right away.
Yeah, she
And
couldn't
she's
even
not
sit down.
She's not even in the prone position. She's just like this. She's like, holy shit. You just
Just
smush it against the
cornered,
wall.
and the kittens like
It was funny.
milk. That was pretty good.
All right.
But well, that was a good filler content.
It was amazing. The game started.
The game started. Yeah, that's why I was kind of rounding up the segment. If you want to follow our kittens on Twitter, they don't have Twitter, so
Not yet. Soon.
yeah. But then you might be able to watch them
24-hour
on a
kitten
cam
cam.
next week. We
Coming
will have
soon.
a kitten cam at the house, which will be hilarious and fun. But having said that, Empire versus Team Dog. We talked everything we had to talk about that. Let's see the teams actually play the game and see what happens. Bye bye, Andy.
Bye. I'm back.
Welcome back.
And this is Team Dog versus Team Empire. This will, in my opinion, decide the 2nd and 3rd seed. Because again, if you played the 1st and 2nd seed at the LAN event, you play one less day. Pretty big deal. Team Dog, if they win this one, they actually are in 2nd seed, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
I think joined second, and because they beat them.
Yeah, they'll be
Yeah.
legit 2nd.
Okay, you want this one?
I just scooted it over for you, man.
Oh, thank you.
What are
Okay,
friends
so
for?
I know in the new patch, the pros have these names now, right?
I like it.
Except MSS.
Why? Yeah. How's it?
Okay, here's the
something
thing.
coded
Okay,
or do
okay,
they
no,
type
no,
it
no, no. Okay,
themselves?
I want to address something like people were because it's relevant. Like some people were talking about things with. This is the same problem with people having the wrong position in the fantasy league.
So
for
they
example.
type themselves what
Here's the
name
thing.
they
Like
want.
if you're a pro player, you get access to a special tab that no one else has, where you can set your name for pro games and your position and some other stuff. And that defines you as a pro player, and the player can modify that.
Okay.
So if they change their name from MSS to whatever, then whatever is the name, and that's the player's responsibility to actually have the proper name. And if they change there's a dunking axe, that's cool. And if there's a they can change their position, and if they change their position, it affects the league. So
fantasy
all you
league.
can say is like tell the player, please change it back. But if the player doesn't change it back, there's
It's
not
also
much
hard
that
to
we
get
can
in
do.
contact with all the players. as well.
Ideally, the players shouldn't even be able to change that.
Yes.
It should be something that Valve sets,
Yes.
I think, or the league manager sets.
Yes.
Like, doesn't matter who. Just like someone but the player should set that.
That would make too much
Unfortunate-
sense.
Unfortunately, it makes way too much sense for it to happen, so it isn't happening. And that's why, like, most of the things.
Well,
And the same with team names. Like, if the players change the team that they create, which they can create manually, it doesn't show a schedule. So that's why Team Dog had, like, some problems with Doggy Team, which they were using.
that sounds
different
like a
team.
coding problem.
Yeah, it is. Because the Fantasy League is eventually like a beta of a.
Volvo, where you at?
Unfortunately, like we would all wish that everything went through, like everyone, players, viewers, Valve, and everything. But with every kind of product that you launch into the market, you will find some problems, and yeah.
And you will very slowly fix them.
Yeah, I mean, personally, and this is like personally, kind of like knowing these problems, I could work myself around the Fantasy League, and me and Lumi are actually playing actively in the league where no one else is playing anymore.
No, I put my players in.
Yeah, I think you're gonna win.
Yeah, he is.
maybe.
I think because you have a bye. You have a bye round.
No,
No,
this
I
is
have
Lumi's
bye.
bye week.
Oh,
So
I'm
Andy
playing
has
against
to,
you. No,
You're
I'm
playing
playing against
me.
Shane.
Let's see.
Andy has to win his week just to be tied with me,
mm-hmm.
and then we go head to head in terms of points.
Matchups.
Right.
And Lumi's ahead of me in points.
Oh god.
Oh,
You're not getting a lot of points, but
Okay,
we
I'm
have
winning.
Super Weekend coming up.
No,
Yeah, but it's the same week.
It's a different week.
No, it's
No,
the same week. It's the
Oh.
same week.
So this week has 5 days.
And Lumi, you have 5 points. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, well, whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything's fine. But yeah, people were actually a bit disappointed. But
Yeah.
people also, I don't think, understood that this was just like the first time anyone's ever done anything like this in Dota.
Yeah.
So there was bound to be some issues.
Yeah.
And a lot of it we can't actually fix
Mhm.
from our side.
same with the compendium. It's
Yeah.
the compendium format changed.
So this is like a
It's kind of complicated.
this is like
for
a
DreamLeague.
pilot for like possibly TI.
Yep.
You know, like having this kind of stuff actually be in and be fully functional, so you
Mhm.
guys can use it then.
I mean, from our side, the next time we work or DreamLeague works on the next compendium and Fantasy League, hopefully things are going to be better for everyone. Personally, I'm looking forward for that as well. But you have to work with what you have, unfortunately. Having said that,
Unfortunately.
there's a match going on and there's some picks going on.
There are.
Oh, PA, boys.
Okay, I want to listen to what Andy has to say about PA.
Okay, so I think that in 99% of games, PA is like almost unusable.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at Empire right now, what magic burst damage do they have?
The dunk?
What? Okay, anyway, somebody who actually has any idea what they're saying.
Yes.
So-
They have
Mirana. Mirana has a lot of merch.
I mean, Mirana is the magical damage output, right?
Mhm.
Like, essentially. So, in this scenario, the high evasion is actually going to do a lot more for her because the problem that she has is her strength gain's pretty meh. She has the lowest int gain in the game, right?
How's her armor?
Her armor, base armor, I think is like 4 or 5 or something. It's respectable.
Respectable.
Like, her laning is actually not that bad, but like the early game engagements is where she really suffers. And you have to usually go items like phase drums into some other item that has some kind of tankiness, which means that you're automatically building into items that don't necessarily increase your damage output. And if you don't get really good crits and you don't like get to stick a target, you're gonna have a really bad time. Like
Yeah.
that's basically how I feel about the hero. Now,
Okay,
I'm
you
not
want
saying,
some magical damage?
I'm not saying it's totally unusable, but I'm saying that in a lot of cases, like with the way that people were picking the other day when you saw like Wraith Kings and Centaurs and all the other stuff that Team Empire actually banned out themselves this game, you wouldn't be able to run it against those kind of teams because you would just go splat.
Okay. Question for you, follow-up question.
Okay.
You have an OD now, which has magic damage in his ultimate. He has the auto attack that does pure damage, but
If you hit,
if you hit,
miss
so
a
you,
lot.
you still are innovation. Now, the thing about this is that OD is a natural shipstick carrier. I mean, you want to go
Yeah.
shipstick on him. And Mirana, we have seen in the past go for shipstick. Very,
Once.
very,
Yeah,
very
That
rarely.
was Pika.
Now, here's the thing. Knowing that shipstick removes evasion entirely, would you go a shipstick on Mirana as a counter to Phantom Assassin?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, you would get it anyway, right? I mean,
Mirana. No.
oh, Mirana.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Bruno.
Mirana, no. I wouldn't.
Or you
Okay.
could just get an MKB.
On
Bruno,
OG.
just you're drunk.
But
You don't know what tyrant means, and now you're suggesting we're going sheep just to get the
Ooh.
evasion.
it kills people. Okay, is air on Team Dog
That's
by
more,
any chance?
more feckin' evasion, boys.
And more MKB would
So,
counter.
I guess this is offlane.
Or mid.
No, myth.
Yeah.
Offlane. Invoker myth.
No,
Offlane,
I thought-
or
I
they
think
could
mid.
do they could do an aggressive tri lane with this,
Or-
honestly.
Or defensive tri lane and send Invoker solo safe. Which,
Yeah.
that's what I'd go for.
Because honestly, like Phantom Assassin with Blink Strike and Chilling Touch on top of it,
Yeah.
like you actually front load a pretty decent amount of damage. And Empire don't have a lot of disable, like pure like stop hitting me disable outside of just getting put in astral imprisonment, right? So that's a little bit scary. And Empire are gonna last pick a Lich. So I'm guessing that lane pretty much wants to be against the PA.
I think OD is pretty good against PA, actually, because if she just blink strikes someone, you just imprison them, and she has used her like attack speed buff and her initiation kind of.
Well, if you're using your imprisonment defensively on a hero who gets daggered and blinked on, that's not like... That's not ideal, because a dagger is such a short cooldown. I think it's like 6 seconds.
No. I'm more talking. He's, I guess, more talking about the blink.
Yeah,
If
the
PA
blink.
blinks into your team,
Yeah.
and you save whoever
Yeah, and then
she's
go on her.
attacking, and you go on the PA.
Yeah, that's
I think
what
that's
I said.
fine, yeah.
No, I see what you're getting at, but I think the cooldown is like so short that like having
No, it's not
to-
about the cooldown. It's the fact that she's next to your team.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
you go
yeah,
on
yeah,
her.
and you can turn. I guess I can see that.
I actually think that this draft, I favor Empire a lot more. Simply that OD ult. If you're not killing the hell out of PA and Brewmaster, which I think you are, you're going to drain a ton of mana from at least Brewmaster. You might
Yeah.
even prevent an ultimate. These guys, if you disrupt them once, they're pretty much effed in terms of being able to cast their spells. With that, there is a ton of physical damage coming out. What is that PA doing? She's like...
What?
Oh, for a second, she looked like she was in the air.
Also,
Maybe she was, man.
we talked about like getting a sheep stick on resolution, and now if he just gets the alcohol thrown at him, the drunken haze.
You actually can't hit PA if you get
No.
level 2 haste, and she has level 4 evasion.
Literally cannot hit.
105% evasion, bro. Does
No,
it work
that's-
like that?
No,
it
it does
doesn't.
not.
I was gonna say that would be retarded.
But it'd
Yes,
be
it
cool if
would.
it did.
It will stack
Because it used to be
diminishingly.
like if it didn't count as an actual evasion, then it would stack like completely.
I
like
think what
backtrack and
happens
talisman.
is it runs the 50% first, and then if you hit or miss, then it runs the other one on top
Yes,
of that.
yes, that is
Yeah,
correct.
But
So
imagine
you
that.
have like what 50% on top of what is the max? Isn't it like 75 on
yeah,
haste?
75%. Yeah.
So it's still really high, right?
Yes.
Like you're making an MKB if you're Mirana.
Or OD nearly.
Yeah. Well, I think OD would probably just go Hex.
Or BKB Hex.
Yeah, BKB Hex or 4 Staff, or maybe he even. I guess they have a Lich, so maybe he's gonna get a mech. They have 3 potential mech carriers.
Let's also talk about the change that Brewmaster received with the whole.
it's so
critical-
good.
It's so good.
It's
Really
so
good. When we
good.
first read the patch, it was like, like seems good.
No,
Not
you just
very-
walk
No,
up
no,
and
no,
you're
no,
like,
no, no, no.
bam.
Yeah.
I'm here.
It's so often that you just run in the jungle and you see a support
Bum.
and you just clap, crit, and they're like almost dead.
And also, if someone like tried to harass you in lane and you don't get actually hit by the creeps, they can't actually harass you.
You trade very well with that hero.
Yeah,
so in
exactly.
an off-lane position, he will always... It's really hard to zone him out with just one support. And as you said, like once you get level 2 or 3, your potential for burst damage is super high compared to...
I don't
another
think
hero.
this is an off-lane Brewmaster.
I think it's mid.
It's a mid Blue Master. Blue Master.
Aggressive try.
Aggressive try, man.
Aggressive
PA,
try.
PA is
The
really
thing
good.
is that how do you pair that up? Because Empire will want to probably put just a defensive dual lane, I'd say. Like Dazzle Mirana can survive against the offensive try.
yeah,
They
I
might
agree.
not get much farm, but they will survive. Then you can have Leech and Axe on the off lane and destroy whoever's in the off lane.
Yep.
Which is going to, sorry, in the safe lane, which is going to be the solo Invoker or the solo Brewmaster. And you put the OD mid, which wins against anyone.
Yep.
So Empire's
But
lineup.
there's something that important that you kind of missed. I mean,
Okay.
I agree with the bottom. Like Empire destroys it if they
Yep.
lane that. But if they go aggressive and there's not 2 or 3 heroes top for Empire, that means that the AA and the Rubric are going to be moving around the map,
Okay.
which means that OD is dead.
Well, hold
Like-
on. If AA and Rubik is moving around the map, what is PA gonna do?
Yeah, they can't.
No, they can.
You can't leave PA
PA
solo
can
in the
farm?
offlane.
Yeah, PA can farm with the
Solo
can
against
dagger,
Mirana, you can definitely farm against that.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it could be a defensive tri lane and Brewmaster off, hoping the fact that he lanes against like, I don't know, Mirana 1v1. But we'll see.
Yeah, if it's a Mirana 1v1 and you have a poor man's and you have 1 point into your evasion,
You're fine.
you
Okay,
don't
that's lax.
you don't get harassed. Like it's really difficult actually, and it looks like it will be an aggressive lane here from Empire at least so far.
Yeah, and they're gonna send Fata mid, I think.
Yep.
Do you think Axe and Dazzle, they can creep skip against this tri lane?
No. I don't think you can creep skip against. You can't creep skip against an AA like with multiple ranged heroes. You just get dunked. Like the dunker becomes the donkey in that
The
situation.
donkey. Oh, the donkey might find...
Sounds like donkey almost.
donkey.
Or Ducky.
Quack.
Wasn't there a pro player named Ducky?
Yes.
Who did
Play
you play
with
for?
Drayich, I think?
A long time ago.
Yeah, we should go ask Drayich.
Yeah. We
They're
go to
actually
one
like
times.
5 meters away from us.
Yeah, but they're live right now.
Ah,
actually
we're not
trying.
live.
Hey, Papa Dre.
Well, I guess if you're going to be all serious about it, you know.
Mm. We're the
Not that
hardworking
great.
studio, man. There's
Hey
a
man,
picture of that.
you know how long it took me to paint all those individual little dots on that screen so it looked like an LED?
Pretty amazing.
It took me ages.
Pretty amazing. So you're the guy that paints like the fake phones,
Yeah.
the front like it.
I'm
looks
like
like
one
it's
of
a
those
phone?
sidewalk painters who paints like this giant chasm and it looks like you're gonna fall in it if you walk over it. That's me.
Nice.
I'm that guy. And I actually paint all of them between games. Speed painter.
You're good.
But with your help, I could be the best.
I will try.
Panda Trilane. All right.
And a
Panda
trial.
Trilane.
Still legit. I mean, the premise is the same, right? Like, you just chilling touch, you manage to find somebody, and you kill them. And the whole point of this lane isn't even just to be able to win top, which they'll win regardless. It's just being able to have the freedom to move some supports around to potentially pressure mid. But on the flip side, Empire have the Dazzle sitting around mid, so there's the potential for that hero to save Resolution in this case. So there's a lot of variables here. I do kind of favor Empire just because of the fact they have the better lane control, like with a Lich in the safe lane, and he's going to be able to get full experience for all those creeps.
Yeah, and PH just not going to have a good time.
Nope.
Like, melee versus melee, Axe is going to just click on the enemy hero, get creep aggro, and spin. I really wish PRD is not on Axe. I feel like the hero actually gets weaker by PRD.
Well,
That's just me.
consistency in the early game is what people kind of wanted.
If you're jungling, if you're not jungling, like
yeah,
you
if you're
kind of
just
want the
strong
3
creep
spin.
aggro, yeah, you want the 3 spin.
You can. Welcome
I
back,
think-
Shane.
Oh,
You can?
I don't know. Is it?
No, your mic's not on
No,
anymore.
it's not on yet.
You're still not a person. Sorry, buddy.
No problem.
You'll get there soon.
All right,
And then I'll leave.
But even in a situation like Pycat, yeah, Mag can abuse creep aggro. He can walk in and spin, but you can just use daggers to CS. I mean, he hasn't put any skill points in yet, but I mean, if he wants to, he can just sit back and dagger. And what can Empire do about that?
Yeah, level 1 dagger is actually not too good.
And they can't kill him.
Pure damage. Pure damage.
Well, yeah, but level 2 is what
Yeah,
you
level
want to be
2
able
is,
to get CS.
you could do it kind of reliably.
I'm surprised he didn't send Lich down here.
They
Well,
don't
why
need
would they
to.
send Lich
Yeah.
down there?
I think Axe alone, I'm surprised that Dazzle's even here. Like, Axe alone will be fine.
It's really valuable to have the Lich taking away a creep from an entire tri-lane because you're already lacking EXP. Sunstrike's going to be off the mark. Arrow to fly. Hits on Misery. Always want to fly in the meantime, taking a lot of auto attack damage. Going to tango his way through. He lives. Now they're going to try to turn it around on Silent, who gets graved. Also leaps away. Are they going to be able to get Misery? He's so low. Another auto attack from Vincere, but not yet. The grave keeps him up. He's
no
still
south.
alive.
Holy, he's dead.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's
I-
fine.
Ice
movement
Cream
speed?
wants his blood.
He's not that fast. He's like below 300 move speed.
What a
295.
TP.
Yeah. Should have been made
Dude.
of fire.
Misery and Silent both got within like 1 hit of death there.
That was awesome.
All right, Mag's now coming on the bot lane, denying under the tier 1 tower. All right. I think the most important thing for any Axe user out there is you need to have a good early game. Get your levels up. Just straight up be like, Pycat, no, not today. And Mag is getting exactly that. Like, he's going to pick up the ring of regen, I imagine, here.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Or not.
You just go.
Tranquil, no, Magic Stick.
Yeah, he's
Fine.
probably anticipating like a lot of dagger spam in order to CS, which is fair. Because that way you can like liberally use call and you can just always head mana for it. Because what, like 5 wand charges
Yep.
is a call basically?
It's fucking legit. Alright. No levels of Drunken Haze yet. I think it's pretty good to get a level early for chasing down people.
Well, if Silent was like actively contesting the wave, I would agree, but he's only got 3 CS. So he's not really coming to the wave enough to warrant being able to get Drunken Haze. Like in a 1v1, you obviously would. Like in some cases, I would even skip clap and just go clap at like 3 and 4 and 5, you know?
Yeah.
And then just get the Drunken Haze to make sure that you can't CS. Unless you really had to push the lane. Depends, I guess.
You think Aghanims and Brewmaster is good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
It's
Kind of like a hero-making item.
yeah.
It's like a
Kind of like
core.
asking if Aghanims on Tiny is good, or
Well,
Warlock.
I don't know. There's a lot of other items that are
It's a game-changing
Oh,
item.
man.
on
The
him.
fact that you spend most of your team fights in your ultimate form.
Yeah.
They buffed it like 4 or 5 times.
Well, they buffed it and then they changed it, but they still kept the buff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like before, all it did was it made your drunken brawler basically affect all of your spirits.
Yeah.
And it gave them like an absurd amount of HP. And then they
And
changed
duration
that.
as well. It
Yeah.
increased duration.
They changed it so where you lost the HP and you lost the drunken brawler, but now you get all of your abilities as they're leveled in your
Which is a
ulti
big
form.
deal. Like,
Yeah.
it increased your damage output by an insane amount. Hopefully MSS will be able to get the Acceptor and micro his hero to the heart's content. But for now,
Literally watching the pianist.
I actually got it a few weeks ago, just like, and when I pressed my ulti-form, I didn't actually have the keys bound because you don't use them for any other hero.
Yeah.
It's so many keys, and I like panicked.
You're like, I don't know what to hit.
It's pretty difficult, man.
Actually, Bruno and I were jokingly talking about this. We're like saying, why don't we see more Brewmaster to counter Lycan? Because if you think about it, Cyclone disables you for 6 literal seconds.
And you can just reuse it straight away after.
Right, and guess the cooldown for that one is 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So there's only a 2-second downtime for that spell. And guess what? Boulder Smash is a 2-second stun.
Yeah, but
You
it
could-
also has a horrendous travel time.
Yeah, it don't matter. You're stunning
If the
somebody for 8
Lycan's in
seconds.
his ult form, and you like,
You're
even
not
if you
catching him.
land, like the boulder is not even fast enough to catch him.
Okay, that's fine though. That's the thing. Our point is saying that you can disable for 8 seconds straight up, and it continuously loops. Because by the time the Boulder Mash finishes, your Cyclone's back up.
Dude, just pick Ursa. Bears don't care about wolves. Everybody knows that.
Since the patch, what have you been getting on Ursa? What do you think is the best item?
I think laning, you obviously get an Orb of Venom.
Yeah.
Like every time. Orb of Venom phase is like, what? Super good. You can kill almost any offlaner. You can even run down heroes like Windrunner and Darkseer because Ursa is one of the faster heroes. So I think outside of that, you still always get Lifesteal. Like some people like Helm of the Dominator. Some people think Vlad's is still okay.
Satanic and Skadi is like GG.
Yeah, I would never buy a Skadi on that hero still.
Why?
Because by the time you get a Skadi,
You
by,
could just
by the time you get a Skadi, you would either have like Phase Blink, BKB, Hex, or
Or a
Phase
Basher.
Blink, BKB, Basher.
Yeah.
Both Abyssal and Hex are better in like every single situation than a Skadi would be.
Unless it's against the life.
I mean, of course, an Abyssal's better because it costs more, but a Hex is only 100 gold more, and it solves your mana problems for the whole game, not just during like a couple of engagements because it gives you flat out regen. Whereas Skadi only gives you an attack and movement speed slow, whereas a Hex is a pure disable.
Oh, top lane.
Yeah, this
Did
is
it
a
go?
really sad MSS. Poss is going to turn around and
The damage.
throw in some ice cream at him, but it's not going to matter. And bottom lane in the meantime looks like Misery is going to fall underneath the tower, and Pycat's down here with not really a whole heck of a lot of mana. There's a ward there. He can throw the dagger, but no, the Sunstrike's going to miss because of the dagger. I'm not sure if he would have fully walked into it.
He could go
Krieger's
back
gonna get
in
rounded
right
out.
Does he have the dunk?
Dunk there! Yes! Well,
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
if anybody on Team Dog did not realize that could happen, now they learned that it can happen. He got 10 magic stick. He got
That's
10
a little
magic
bit
stick.
optimistic.
He's got 10 magic stick. He's
brave.
fine. He's fine. They're baiting
They're
them.
gonna find out.
He's really
Vanscore doesn't have another grave. Pycat is going for another dagger. Mag jukes into the trees. He's gonna get grave now.
okay.
But that was a little bit premature.
Yeah.
Now he might be in some
He doesn't
trouble.
have
Vanscore is automatic completely. He's going to throw out another taunt.
40
that
armor,
armor, though. That armor, he's going to run into the side.
Stick,
He's got 2
stick.
wand charges again. He pops him before the auto attack hits. He can eat the tree.
Oh
He can
my
eat the
God.
tree. All right, all right. No, he's doing fine. Another dagger. He doesn't have mana to blink.
Vanscore's a heal. Vanscore's a
Vanscore-
heal.
Oh! Now give him the Regoose with the Battle Hunger.
Where's the Benny Hill, man? That, by the way, the base HP regen on Axe is insane.
Yep.
He's got 4.2 regen with his Tranquils disabled.
And now he's gonna be back in the lane. He's like, yeah, I'm
I
fine.
mean, he's eating a Tango now, but still, that's like, that regen actually saved his
Yeah,
life.
it did.
and look at his current goal though. He's got
He's
the
got a
blink.
blink in 8
Holy.
minutes.
8 minutes and triangle boots. Holy shit.
Oh, all right. So a courier counts as 6 dunks. So
That's a rampage.
it's a rampage. It's a double rampage.
I feel for El Pycat now. Because this is gonna hurt.
Dire's bottom tower
The second
is
ETB
under-
That
back to lane.
Sunstrike would have been really close if the dagger didn't hit.
We will never know.
The world will never know.
Yeah, and actually we haven't looked at the mid lane at all. If you look at the mid lane CS, actually, Fatas have been able to keep up, but I imagine most of them are from neutrals.
No, you only killed neutrals twice, 3 times.
So
He's doing
most of
he's
them are-
doing pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's the power of an Exer and Invoker. Like
Yeah.
even if you take away his intelligence
It's
a
still
few
base
times,
damage from Exort.
Yeah, well, you get base damage and int,
Yeah.
so you're getting a huge benefit. And when you get 2 Forge Spirits, which he'll have very, very soon, you can freely jungle. Top lane, though, they're going to be going for MSS, Teleport Reaction coming in. It's going to be Pycat, and they're not going to continue pursuit.
I'm actually very surprised that Pycat has went for the treads. Or sorry, yeah, treads. I feel like Phase is one of the best item on Phantom Assassin. Because it is the cheapest way to get plus 24 damage early on.
I think he wants to live. Needs to
Yeah,
live.
being alive is pretty good.
Yeah.
Resolution, middle lane. Oh no, the telekinesis pulls him out of the Sunstrike. Another TP
got
by
Astro.
Vanscore.
Astro.
He's going to drop the
Oh.
ult. The Graves there. The dunk has been used. Pycat waiting on the high ground. The blink dunk on poor Potts. He wasn't ready for it. The imprisonment resolution still alive for the time being. Eventually does go down. Pycat gets that kill. Chain Frost bouncing as well. Mag, he wants the second dunk. He wants it so bad. He just isn't fast enough. He's going to get baited into the tower. There's the lift.
If he chased Pycat down the river, Pycat was so low that he would have been able to dunk them. Chase the wrong target, man.
That was the murder boner.
Yeah.
That was, I want to kill you so bad that I am just going to forget every other hero exists.
Saw the blood like dripping from his
I mean,
eyes.
that death is actually pretty big because that was the time where they just found out that he had a blink, more or less, because he blinked in the river and killed Paz, right? And then he tries to go for a follow-up. But now they know he has it. And giving away that kill, especially to MSS, who is going to be closer to either his blink dagger or if he wants to go for a straight Ags, we have yet to see. But either way, 2-2, man.
Does the Arcane Orb from OD hit the Brewmaster ulti harder?
No.
They are hero units.
They're
It's not a
hero
summon.
units. Okay.
You know, this game reminded me of a game that Shane and I played. We were getting absolutely wrecked by mid silencer because Shane loses his mid lane.
Wait, that guy was really good.
Yeah, well,
Shane
okay.
loses every lane, dude.
Yeah.
That guy was really good.
It was so bad at a point where our heroes didn't have enough int to cast their spells.
Okay, no.
It was like that bad. He had like 50 int stolen from the rest of our entire team.
Uh-oh.
So I was saying,
Might have to hold that thought.
yeah, well, he does have Grave if the TVs are coming in. No, he's good.
Wait, did Mag TP bottom?
Is this... It's a
Nope,
ganking
he's got
Phantom
his
Assassin.
Yo, no, PA is one of the best early game gankers. I've been saying this for years, man. Dagger
Let's see
and
how
blink.
it goes before we make that assumption.
All right.
Oh, Courier.
Oh,
Oh, they're
Okay,
gonna find
you see that
resolution. Where's the
initiation?
TPs? There's no TPs just yet. The banish is
sentry
there.
wall.
Okay, here they come. Go Power Rangers. Everyone's TPing. Always want to fly the first one to arrive. Mag actually TP'd to tier 2, so he's not going to be able to get in front of anyone. Oh, there's the slow. Can Mag get in range? I think he is. I think he's in range.
Blinkerino, that's on
No,
two.
Pycat TP!
Okay.
All
right.
Cancels the TP. Tower's still going to get pushed in. Silence up there doing some work. And the tower goes down.
Top tower has fallen.
always want to fly. Got hit by the blast. And
Another Sunstrike
These
miss.
daggers are just messing up these kills.
Pycat. He doesn't want to be here anymore. Resolution eats a cold snap, getting the double babies treatment right now. He's going to banish himself. I think that could be a mistake.
Yeah,
MSS
he's a
thinking
dead
about going
Grave.
up high ground. There's the clap. Dagger to follow. Grave from Vanscore. Primal split used.
Courier.
Teleport coming in.
The
Silence going to
Courier.
be fighting as well. The Courier goes down. Mag, he gets a taunt on 2 of the spirits and Pycat. He's going to eat a cold feet here. And there's the dunk. The Chain Frost going to bounce basically to nothing but spirits. Oh boy. That Chain Frost.
That Panda's back, but he's
Oh, it
eating the
bounced
chain
again.
frost. Okay, here comes the blink. Yeah, it's gonna
It's
get
another
a call.
dunk. It's another dunk. The Sunstrike comes down and the AA blast. They're going to be able to take out Mag. Vata picks up the double there. 2-for-2 trade.
You know what's the worst part is when your team chaoses your dunk, you lose movement speed, or you don't gain the movement speed. If you gain that movement speed, he could have ran straight out
this
of
is
there.
all Lumi says when he plays Axlac. You're chaosing my dunks.
It's like when somebody takes your kill as Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously. You don't chaos your Axis dunk. First of all, it's disrespect. You get backhanded for that.
It's disrespect.
Second
You
of
haven't
all,
backhanded anyone.
Second of all, like your team loses movement speed. By getting the dunk, the first initial kill, you either retreat as a team or you go for more dunks.
Maybe you just need to get better at dunking.
40% is pretty freaking fast, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Solo, what a hectic fight,
I
man.
just need a minute, like.
Like, Mag blinked into taunt spirits in Pycat. Like, and then no one hit him.
Yeah.
Some coordination issues here on Empire, but it's fine.
Also, seemed like Dog is having a, like that Sunstrike hit, but all the other ones have been kind of.
Yeah.
They mightn't have practiced too
Dire's
much
middle
with PA and
tower
Invoker.
is under attack.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with like the Sunstrike and the Dagger coming out at around the same time.
Yeah.
You know, and since Dagger is such a short cooldown, you're going to be spamming your Dagger. Like, you want to throw it out as many times as you possibly can during an engagement. So it's kind of understandable that that would happen. But maybe wait for the Dagger before you
Exactly.
Sunstrike.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Radiant's bottom
I see where you're
tower
coming
is
from.
under attack.
Yeah, and Team Doc's going to go for a tower trade. They're going to lose a tier 1, but the rotation's already coming. Vanscore walking into the mid lane. Keep in mind that multiple TPs could be used as well.
Dire's
They will.
structures are
That tower's
fortified.
pretty big because they
Tower
get
trading?
Brewmaster DL Blink Dagger.
They want to come back
Radiant's
in.
bottom tower has fallen.
Pycat with this blur activated, he knows.
There's a sentry there.
Yeah, from when they ganked earlier the OD.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they saw him. Like, just for a second, but I'm pretty sure they did. So, 1-for-1 tower trade. I honestly have to give Dog the advantage here. Mid-tier 1 is like the most valuable tower to have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even losing a safe lane tower kind of stinks, but I feel like losing a tier 1 mid is way more important than that. So, Dog come out a little bit ahead, and MSS not having his Blink Dagger. He's level 7. He hasn't opted to level Haze because he doesn't have enough mana to actually use it. He blinks in and claps and ults. Like, he has enough mana for just that. If he has 10 wand charges, which he does right now, he could potentially Haze, but he would have to do that before he ulted.
If you're TPing the Roshan to help defend it, and you're Dire, do you not think the tier 2 bottom is just as good as the tier 1 mid, or is?
Well, the thing about Dire is that they have 4 towers that are all very good to TP to, whereas Radiant really only have
the
one.
Yeah.
Like, if Radiant loses a tier 1 mid, their reaction to Roshan is already so much slower. Like, even if you've taken all the tier 1s on the map from Dire, their tier 2s are infinitely closer to the Roshan pit than the tier 2s in Radiant. Oh, Blink Taunt here on Misery. The leap arrow follow-up and no dunk for Mag. Blink in from MSS. He wants to go deep here. The Sunstrike's going to hit on Resolution. Are they going to be able to take him out this time? He banishes himself. Oh, no. But Vanscore's in the air. There's not going to be a grave for Resolution when he comes back. Mag's forced out of the fight as well. Pycat's still chasing and always want to fly. Vanscore finally lands, but he eats another stone, and he's back up in the air again. Still no grave, but Pycat's by himself. He actually eats a Chain Frost to the face, and Silent gets the kill on him. Here comes the AA Blast. Silent might have overstayed his welcome. The hammer's dropped. MSS goes down. Mag gets that kill. Still has dunk. Blink coming off cooldown, but here comes the dagger. It's a buyback, and they want to try to go back in on this. Mag, he gets graved. Sunstrike off the mark again.
Ooh, arrow's gonna hit. Father takes it to the face. He could blink out of this if he does, and he does. He's gonna get home fine. There's no vision of him, and oh no, the Deathwing Blast misses as well. Panda doing a lot of work there preventing grave, but they couldn't kill anybody because they just had no damage.
That AA ulti, like, just
See, the thing is,
whiskers of
as
silence.
soon as Resolution banished himself and Vanscore got put in the air, they all should have just stopped and turned around and killed Resolution.
Yeah.
Like, they totally fumbled their coordination in there, like, pretty hard. Because when you banish yourself like that, like a defensive banish, and your support isn't there to help you, it's a free kill. Like, you just turn and you're just like, yep, you're dead.
Yeah, but I think...
But Pycat chased, always want to fly all the way into the trees, died, and then bought back and got nothing.
There were some good arrows in that fight from Silent, though.
Yeah, of course.
To defend Pycat, PA is one of those heroes that you could get so many quick kills, and you have the mobility and the cooldown to go back in for the second kills. So I guess that's kind of what he went for. He just went for too many kills. Normally, sometimes that worked out fine. In this case, it worked out horribly.
Yeah, he needs more items, Pika. Does he go ham with the Dom here?
I think he finishes
Lads.
drums. I think you really want to finish your drums, because he kind of needs the mana, to be honest. I mean, I guess if you have a full wand, you don't need it. Maybe.
Okay.
Hard to say. He could just go, like, Lifesteal Basher. I think that's a pretty common item progression. Some people even like SNY and PA.
Pus is dead.
Oh god, super dead.
That noise.
That's a level 2 dunk, man. And with a Vanguard? Like, Mag is actually... He feels invincible against Dog's lineup. You have to burst him with magic. Like, you have to Sunstrike. Oh, here comes the Blink Clap. They're going to try for it, but the Frost Armor and the Vanguard, I mean, he's still taking some damage.
Okay.
Maybe not so invincible. The Grave comes out. They're going to continue chasing him. They're even going to throw a Sentry on the high ground to stop the Moonlight Shadow from getting him away, and he's going to drop. All right, so much for invincibility.
I mean, every fight he was getting focus. You can see that the Storm Panda was going for a Dispel.
I guess when you eat literally every spell, no one's
Meatball.
invincible.
Yeah.
Exort Invoker, man. Good damage.
Please don't.
They spotted that smoke in mid, I think, with the high ground vision.
Yeah,
they
so,
know
I mean,
what's up.
every time they kill Mag, he's like the person who forces fights. So every time he's off the map, it gives Dog a lot of time to be able to recoup, farm, get themselves back into a better position. And I feel, unlike Brewmaster, where you're still going to have that high level of control during team fights, even as the game stretches on, Axe is a hero where if you get behind and farm, you kind of just blink in and die at a certain stage. And there's that very fine line where you go from being ahead on an Axe to dying one too many times, and then you become kind of a liability where you need Vanscore to grave you instead of like Resolution, for example.
What do you think about the no ulti?
And
like, Vanscore has not learned his weave.
I think actually leveling up Grave in this game is much
good.
more important. Yeah,
it is good.
yeah.
It's but
I wouldn't get my second point to Poison Touch.
I wouldn't max Shadow Wave against AA.
No, but when your Axe is blinking in to call, like Shadow Wave does do damage. Here comes Initiation from the background. It's going to be Blink. No call just yet. He's going to go on Vata now, but taking a ton of damage again. That Vanguard is going to do a ton of work. Here comes the straight out TP out dunked, and the next target is going to be moving on. They're going to chase. They see Misery. Misery still Chain Frost, and the Chain Frost is going to come. It's going to be 2 bounces, but they're not going to do too much. A second dunk. All right, next target. And meanwhile, we have Pycat just running away from Silent. Double Star Storm?
What? What?
I don't know. I think he thought they were the other creeps, the Radiant creeps.
I mean, Silent did kill Pos, I believe. We didn't see it because there was another fight going on, but he killed Pos around there, yeah. But still, Dog definitely kind of getting pulled apart there. I don't know, man. That was really awkward. And the thing is, they were trying to push in, but they didn't even have split. Like, Brewmaster didn't have his ulti.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
I think the problem is, yes, they can kill Mag, but when his team is around him, after you blow all your spells on Mag, you just don't have anything else.
You give free reign to Silent and
Yeah.
Resolution.
Always want to fly. He's going to eat the blink clap. Arrow coming in. And he's going to might be able to TP. No, never mind. Stolen arrow. And a Sunstrike. Fata. Fata gets the kill. Always want to fly. Rest in peace, his friend.
Yeah, and the next problem is going to come out once that Blade Mail is finished on the Axe. I mean, yeah, you could throw the spells on him. He's fine with that.
It's gonna hurt. Like.
And it's going to hurt you way more. Also, eventually in this game, Mirana's going to have a Mjolnir finish. You put the Lightning Lord on Axe.
Do you think going BKB is PA like Shadow Fiend, where you don't really need items because of the crit? Or
No.
you need
she
items?
needs-
PA is like the total opposite of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you don't crit, you're a kitten. He hits for 90 damage.
That's why you need that phase, man.
At 21 minutes in, your carry is hitting for 90 damage.
Yeah.
That's like a support level damage. And it's not like Mirana, where you have like an arrow and a Starstorm to contribute damage into the fights. It's okay, I have a dagger,
180 damage.
and if I blink in and I hit somebody a few times and I get lucky, I'll front load a decent amount. But he's not even level 11, so he needs level 2 ulti.
Okay.
I mean, 200 damage crits at 21 minutes. This doesn't really feel that menacing to me.
Yeah.
But I still feel like Dog aren't out of it yet, but they're not in a great spot. Because their PA is basically as farmed as the offlaner.
Oh, it's pretty bad actually when I just checked the graph.
Yeah, I mean, they've got themselves into a little bit of a rut. We've seen bigger comeback.
Mag will spot out Misery. Is he going to jump for it? Is the question.
He has Ice Hammer. He's basically immortal, as Andy said.
Basically invincible.
Until he eats
Not
off.
invincible at all.
Okay, well, he's
Oh,
gonna have to
there it
test
is.
that invincibility.
the stolen arrow!
I don't know about that.
Every time we've said it, he dies now. It's hilarious.
That's why I don't say it, man.
Let's not
'cause I
curse
don't
him.
believe-
Poor guy.
middle
Poor
tower
Mag.
believe that.
has fallen.
They did bait out a Brewmaster ult, to be honest, and I think that's actually not too bad.
That's a pretty short-ish cooldown these
No,
days.
it doesn't.
140 seconds.
2.5 minutes, more or less.
That's not a short cooldown.
I don't know. I think in the grand scheme of things, like 19 kills in a 22-minute game, I think that's a reasonable cooldown to have.
Right, but it's like, if you don't have your Brewmaster ult, you don't push the tier 1 top, right? That's kind of, that kind of thing. I think if it limits what Team Dog could do.
Tower's dead, man.
The tier 1 toast.
Count it.
Yeah, no, they're pushing for a tier 1 bot, and they won't have a Brewmaster ult, and I think this is a poor push as a result, if they're going for it.
Maybe.
That's one of the best team fight ults in the game, and you're pushing a tower without it.
Well, they've Necro 3 now, and they have a gem. They got some.
They're relying on Fata pretty heavily, like during this stage of the game.
And Misery's arrows.
If he can keep them in the game, like via just pure damage, and being able to blow somebody up with like a meteor and a cold snap, like we saw him do to Mag, then
Yeah.
I think they might be able to sustain long enough for Pycat to start getting some items. Because as a 6-slotted carry, PA is actually pretty damn scary.
Yeah.
Like once she gets her 3rd or 4th item is when she really starts to come into her own. But until that point, he's relying on RNGesus.
Yeah.
And you better hope he prayed, because if not,
mean,
it's not going to be
Made
great.
that
You're gonna get to a
sacrifices.
point where you could start one-shotting supports or even carries. That's when you're like, oh shit, we just lost a team fight.
Just
and a game.
yeah, he just kills the babies. Yeah.
Resolution, dropping a bit low. But these Necrobooks, they're not being micro properly. That's 400 gold and like a ton of experience. For what did it do? Nothing. So,
Give him a bit of guff.
alright, fine.
Well, I mean, they got Max Shadow Wave, man. They're going to heal him up. Can defend.
Is
And he's got a
that's-
BKB.
That's like push complete now. Like that's dog. Oh. Alright.
Unfortunately, everyone kind of backed up, so.
Yeah, once the Necro creeps die, there's not much else they can do.
Free Roche. Necros are down.
Looks like.
A blast is used.
And a DD as well on silence, so. Easy pickings. Oh, they're not even going to use it.
Resolution
again.
hits
Would
so
you
hard.
give this to OD or to your Mirana?
I think OD does way more.
I would give
damage.
it to Mag.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't think Resolution's going to die.
But that
I
way-
mean, you could give it to anyone, really. I just think that Mag is the one who's most likely to put himself in harm's way, right? Like, you want the hero who puts himself in harm's way to get the item that brings him back to life after he's died for your sins.
But that way you kind of have to use the shallow grave.
They're thinking about it, man. Yeah, they're just gonna give it to Meg.
Okay.
Immortality.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Silent is going for the good old Yasha into Maelstrom.
Maelstrom.
Mjolnir is coming up next.
Plus mini.
Plus
what-
menu.
Let's not.
Plus menu.
Please.
Let's not get into it.
Once you have Frost Armor, Lightning Armor,
Lightning
Blade Mail armor.
All the armors. You actually have every element of armor.
Yes.
No, you would have to have a Lich and an Ember Spirit because you need to
Yes.
have fire armor, lightning armor, and frost armor.
And Living Armor.
Yeah, the
You're
earth
just
armor. You need the
immune to
earth
the
with the living.
elements.
And then Captain Planet.
It's very
shows
quickly
up.
turning into Pokemon. Heart armor. That was like the worst power. This isn't Captain Planet.
What does Heart Armor do?
That's terrible.
That was like the crappiest power. It's like I got fire, earth, water.
Animal.
I can talk to Bambi. All right, man.
Dog bark.
Go get him.
Wait, let me guess. The girl had that power.
No.
Okay.
Who was it? Mati?
No, gank up top here. Look at the. Okay.
The crits.
Well,
Yeah, well, Aegis came in useful there.
The Critterino. The chilling touch damage is actually coming in pretty big here. Can they do anything else though? Mag's still
Necro
kind of caught
babies.
out. Oh, Resolution. He's gonna get spotted maybe by the Necro? No. There's a gem as well on Misery, so.
uh-oh.
BKB almost done on Pycat. Silence got the DD. He's going for the rat, man. He doesn't have a TP.
Hmm.
No
Yeah.
TP or Reno.
He was just
On the
walking.
carry
That's why you
Reno.
got the leap, man. For the movement speed.
Well, looks like Dog. They're gonna pressure this. They see Silent, like they know he doesn't have a TP now because he showed himself with a creep wave. So this is the push.
Fine. They got a glyph.
This is the push.
They got a.
No, wait, they're TPing away?
Okay. That's an arrow. That's a. The guess which
That's a
side.
free tower. Oh, force out glyph. It's gonna get denied, but you know.
You didn't get anything from that, Team Dog.
They denied the tower.
That's not good enough. At least get the other tower, force a fight, man. You got Blink Panda, you got 4v5. He didn't have a TP.
I don't know.
You had everything there. And you got the Aegis for free.
Maybe they don't think they can win 4v5? Even still?
I'm pretty sure they could win 4v5.
That forward spread just killed his brother.
Unless there was like a super sick taunt Chain Frost or something. And then that would probably still be questionable. But when you just TP away to deny a tower, that's like kind of giving up. You know what I mean? It's like, it's 4v5. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and have to ask you guys to go deny the tower. I don't know, man. That feels like throwing in the towel to me.
I don't know. I never give up.
No, I know. Even when you're 0-7 Bat Rider, you never give up.
No.
Radiant's top tower is
Building the kill
And now
streaks to
Empire
kill.
just counter push. They're like, okay, we got 5 now. And if you're not going to fight us as 4, you're sure as hell not going to fight us as 5. So we just get another tower. And this one's not denied.
And Mag is pretty close to Aghanims as well. That threshold becomes kind of scary.
650, man.
625, right?
625,
Yeah. But that's level 16.
Like, AA has 720 life.
Yeah, if he gets auto-attacked one time, he's in dunk range.
Or even if he ulties and he just Blade Mail and then dunk him.
Yeah, you blink, you taunt, you blade mail, hit him once, dunk.
Oh, the haste.
Into the DD.
Haste into DD room.
What is with Silent and DD runes, man?
I don't know.
Just permanently double damaged.
They want to fight mid, as they should. If this arrow hits, man, you go.
Oh, that was close.
Alright. Yeah, looks like Brewmaster. Is he going for the Ags? Like, usually you get the point booster first. He's gone for the Overcloak. Maybe he fought before and didn't have enough gold at the time.
That could be.
Yeah.
It's one of the only reasons I could think of,
Yeah.
unless you really want that extra 10 strength for the damage.
The deeps.
You gotta get that freaking drunken brawler hit in, man.
So, P has a BKB finish.
Yeah.
Hasn't need to use it yet.
But he
our-
only hits for 123, man.
It's going
Exactly.
up slowly.
123 damage.
It feels like whenever I buy BKB and I'm not using it, it's just like, why did I get this?
It doesn't help you farm.
Well, he would use it in a fight. That's
right,
the thing.
but there's no fight right now,
It's
right?
a necessary evil for him, though. Like, if he doesn't buy a BKB and a fight happens, they
Yep,
lose
and
the
a fight
game.
will happen
oh,
he's not going to
oh,
BKB.
Mag's
Okay.
going in. He's going to throw out the taunt. Here comes the meatball. Mag actually dropping quite low here. BKB popped by Pycat as well. The Chain Frost's going to be bouncing to him, but he's pretty much magic immune. Sal in the meantime, he's going to force a buyback actually out of the Rubik. The Chain Frost just still going completely ham. They want to try to turn it around on Silent, but they're just killing the spirits. MSS is going to go down. The Sunstrike actually kills Silent. Fata's going to pick himself up. 1,100 gold. The gem was on deck. Fata still alive here.
Radiant's top tower
I mean, getting that kill is huge.
He has nearly 5k gold from that.
How did Mag die so quickly under that?
Dude, he ate a meatball.
Yeah,
Where was
to the
the grave?
face.
he was too far away.
Radiant's bottom tower
Well, it's only level
is
3
under
grave.
attack.
I guess that's still pretty long distance.
It,
Yeah. Permanent bounces. That means if you're not careful with your Earth Sphere, you could be the demise of your team.
Yeah.
Because the Chain Frost is
we
never
actually
going to
talked
stop.
about this the other day. You go into the jungle and you find some stone golems, and you just keep ulting them, and wait for them to like go kill some neutral creeps, and then
Well, we've all seen that YouTube video where you do it to the ancients and.
Well, is he-
Resolution now with his Hex. Got a pretty interesting score. 0-2 and 5.
yeah.
It's fine.
He's died a few times.
He's got a big creep
He's
sword.
hit a hell of a lot of creeps.
He likes the creeps. Killed 41 of his own babies as well.
All right, they're gonna give him the good wraparound. There's a sentry ward right there. Fata, hex him up. Oh,
shit.
Fata's dead. Straight up. Give him
Maybe.
Nova.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh, the lift. No taunt. Pycat's gonna be there. Pops a BKB, and he's looking for crits, but even with the crit, it did no damage to Resolution with the ice armor on him.
And the Dazzle Weave.
Yeah, they're gonna just regoose here. Blink. Okay, now.
Okay, so if any other hero besides Fata got
Oh.
caught, I'd say they might be able to pit some kind of defense, and Boss is just going to eat an arrow in the base. But they even forced Misery to buy back in that fight in the river. Oh, Mag goes in. He wants the dunk. Oh, if he was 16, that was a dunk. Unfortunately, he is not. He's going to get lifted. There's a Mjolnir proc.
He got Sanity's Eclipse on
It's not really
No,
that
it's
good. It drains mana.
Yeah, it does.
That's
Actually,
pretty much...
a big mana drain for the team is not too bad.
Yeah.
Throw it
But
out,
I mean,
man.
it costs all of his remaining mana to use it.
Yeah, he probably will die afterwards.
But they have
too.
Essence Aura, so who cares?
Yeah.
And all of the heroes in their team basically
Mana
have a
drain.
low mana cost spell. Okay, he hit one hero.
Look
He mana drained Mag. He mana drained Mag.
Yeah,
Radiant's
Not bad.
structures are fortified.
pretty bad, but you know.
So, if you're a PA who hits for 120 damage, what's your game plan?
I don't know, dude.
I mean, what is your move?
You throw out your Stifling Dagger at 6-second cooldown, and you pray for big crits. Because they do crit now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they crit, but it's like...
Hey, man.
When
free
the
damage.
daggers still do more than your auto attacks at 32 minutes in, it's not great.
I think you need to, instead of spinning the Dazzle and the Lich, I think you need to kill them. Because you're not killing anyone else.
I don't
Like
think
with
you're
the
killing
Brewmaster.
anyone, period, man.
Believe, Andy.
I think the purpose of this lineup was supposed to have like a really strong mid game. So you have like Exert Invoker, Brewmaster, AALTs,
and
then
the PA crit.
yeah, I mean some stolen spells from the Rubik could potentially add in some nice team fight. And to be fair, Misery's played really well. He got 2 kills with stolen arrows, which is sick. But they just don't have enough more damage now. Like BKBs are out. By this time, Pycat's supposed to be able to like blink in and be like, kapow, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you want like big crits.
Yeah, like 800 plus.
Yeah, he's got like 200 crits on like ice armor.
And Dazzle as well. Like, don't
Yeah.
forget about that weave. Oh, here we go. This is it.
Oh, they're gonna go in. Here
Resolution.
comes the Necro
he's
Book.
fine.
Here comes
Look
the
at the
blink. It's gonna
three-man
hit
combo.
on 3.
The
The dunks everywhere. Mag just wants to go ham. He manages to get 2 kills out of that 3 down on the side of Dog. Resolution didn't even die. Resolution's still alive. He 4 steps and fell out, and Pycat is gonna be the next one to go down here. Silent. He picks himself up a double. The blink is just too strong, and Team Dog are just like, we can't. We really just can't.
And Team Empire is first place in DreamLeague. For real now. For realsies.
Oh, Jesus,
Holy
Bruno, you
shit.
okay?
How are you so oblivious to your surroundings? Like,
Do you remember the first day when Bruno stood on the paint? I still remember that. Like,
yeah. And the guy, like, we walked in the building.
He's like, watch the paint.
Hadn't even been 10 seconds. And he's like, don't step in the paint. And Bruno's like, oh, I just stepped in the paint. Unbelievable, man.
It's part of my charm.
Okay, so let's talk about PA and let's be objective here. Why didn't the PA work?
I think PA, similar to Axe, is a hero that needs a good start. She did not get a good start.
Okay,
No.
so you say like just the fact that the Axe and the Dazzle were against her in
Yeah.
lane is why she had a bad game.
And when I say a good start, I mean like I think she needs to get maybe 1 or 2 kills in the lane with thanks to her support with things like Blink Strike as well as Stifling Dagger. she needs to get a moderately quick damage item, whether it is a Battle Fury or whatever you think a suitable damage item
You're
is.
even saying about phase boots instead of threads.
Because
I think
phase boots
phase-
adds
phase
early
drums-
crits.
Phase drums and you just go ganking.
Yeah.
You stop farming.
Phase is the aggressive build
Yeah.
because Phase is for sure more damage on PA because you get so much attack speed from Blink Strike that the plus 24 damage becomes a lot better, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
math, right? So when you go Treads, it's more of like I'm going to farm a bit faster. I might be able to jungle a little bit more effectively.
I think she needed the raw HP against Dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Like I'm not saying that the Treads choice was wrong. I'm just saying that in this particular game, they didn't have enough killing potential past like the 15 to 20 minute mark because of the start the Pycat had. Now, would another carry have done better in her place? Probably not, especially a melee carry because against Axe Dazzle, what are you supposed to do,
Yeah.
right? So
Good combination.
Yeah.
I think the hero still kind of fit in the sense that he was still moderately tanky. Like he was hard to kill, but he didn't do any damage either.
Right.
So it's kind of like,
You know who else was really hard to kill? Axe. Except when
Not
you said
that
it.
hard.
No,
Except when
no.
you said it, he died every
I
single
really
time.
was like, I was like, man, that's gonna be really hard to kill him.
But
and I
man-
should have said that. I shouldn't have said he was invincible. I should have said he was going to be hard to kill.
Yeah.
And then behold the meatball, and then an
Happened.
arrow
Twice.
twice. No, three times.
Misery
Three times.
Does.
Yeah, that's true.
Three times
Three
because it happened to him
times.
top when he blinked on Fata.
Yeah.
Happened to him in the river, and then it happened to him when he got arrowed,
Yeah.
and it wasn't great.
It's tough luck. But other than that, I think Mag played amazingly well.
He did. 8-minute blink dagger. It's pretty
Yeah, he's my MVP. And the kill, or actually the courier kill.
Yeah.
And then the 1 minute and a half juke. Actually, I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this on stream because I want to kind of the instant replay.
Yeah.
And by the time it finished, it was starting on the Twitch. So it was like
Yeah. A
perfect
almost
loop.
2 minutes long of running away. It was an amazing play.
That base health regen, man.
good.
Yeah.
Was it 4?
It's like 3 point something.
3.5, I think. Like, or 3.2.
It's
3.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's like it's higher than Nyx.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nix is 3.2 and he's 3.5.
I thought Nyx was the highest. Did they just change that now?
No, Axe is pretty good. Like because it was the time
Okay.
that the jungle farmers kind of needed some help. So yeah, this is how the standings look. Now, yes, Team Empire is on top. Cloud9, they're just one game behind. If they win and they go 11-1, Cloud9 will reclaim that top spot. But these two guys looking good. Team Dog on the other side kind of dropping one game. They still have 9 wins, but now if Alliance wins everything and do not lose another match, they can get to the third place regardless of what Team Empire or Cloud9 do.
We're going to have a
the-
Dog and Cloud9 game, right, still?
I actually have it here. Do I?
Because they're in the
Let me
same
check.
region.
Yes, give me a second.
And
I have-
neither of them are NA.
okay, I have it here, right.
Nobody knows what's going
so, what did you say?
Cloud9 and Dog should have another match.
Team Dog is playing Fnatic, and then they're playing Cloud9. Yes.
Okay. Because they're NA at the moment, even though
But
they're
I
European.
have this now in my phone because it's easier. Cloud9, they're playing Sunday against Cloud9.
All right.
So
That
it's going
is going to be a big
match
match.
to look forward to, really. Yeah. So, by the way, speaking of MVP, remember that you can go to facebook.com/rockat and choose.
Misery.
I was saying for today.
Yeah, and choose your MVP of the week. And if you get it right, you can win a Rocket keyboard, Rocket Glow, with the thumbsers and the highest quality cherry and all that stuff.
Easy switch.
Easy switch, that's the thing.
Very important.
So that's great. You just go there, choose who your MVP is. Looks like Misery is doing pretty well.
I'm on the
recently.
match train, man.
Even
not
in
see
the
that
game that
Sand
they
King game?
lost,
Yes.
he played well.
Yeah.
Except for the
Uh,
Sanity's Eclipse that he stole. That was kind of like
was Rubik. He was playing
Yep,
Rubik.
that was Misery.
Yep, yep.
Some arrows to kill.
Yeah,
Mine,
yeah, he got like a lot of stuff. Nice. That's Team Empire. That's actually the real Team Empire Twitter.
As opposed to the fake one.
As opposed to the fake one. That they're like, dude, I had a retweet from Arteezy and it was like a guy called Federico or something. So it's like, it's not.
Close enough.
People can say they're whoever
Team
they want
Empire,
to say.
Federico, same. Tomato,
Yeah,
tomato.
it's like Team Empire first place. Congratulations to them so far. I mean, they have to keep it up and they have to hope that Cloud9 loses to maybe Team Dog.
Yeah.
Maybe it's them. But that does it for today games. However, we do have a third game this week, third day this week,
Yeah.
which is going to be Wednesday. And then, of course, we have Saturday and Sunday,
Actually,
which is
that's
going to be the Super Weekend.
like more days.
Yes, but I want to talk about Super Weekend after this. Now we'll have Roxkis against Cloud9. Remember, Roxkis has to win everything if they want to stay alive. So if Cloud9 beats them, then it's just game over for them. Alliance versus Empire, very interesting match for me.
Yeah.
Alliance, they just came from winning DreamHack Bucharest, and it's a very needed win because they weren't doing particular. I mean, we're saying Alliance is not doing very well. It's just like third, fourth place, right?
You expect them.
You
to
expect
do.
them to be first. An Empire looking strong. I mean, after today, do you have any doubt that they're looking really, really strong?
I think they silence the haters, man.
Yeah.
Which is mostly me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then VP is playing against Navi, and again, VP has to win all their matches. So very important day for Rockskis and VP.
Yeah.
If they lose
And
their
Navi
matches,
as well,
they're
actually.
out. And Navi, well,
Yeah.
because they're in this position where they have to. And the most important thing is that all Fnatic games come next week, during the Super Weekend. So Fnatic still has 4 games to play, and that could mean a lot for them. So looking forward to that as well. Speaking of Super Weekend, guys, and I don't know if you know about this.
I know nothing.
The Super Weekend,
They're up.
I just kicked-
Jesus.
I just kicked stuff, but it's fine. It was all like closed things.
Take notes, Lumi.
This Super Weekend, there's going to be an open studio. So if you live in Stockholm or near Stockholm
Or anywhere.
or anywhere, and
We
you
want
can
pizzas
you can
and
come to
soda.
Stockholm.
Sugar-free.
I mean,
soda.
we're really close to Liljeholmen. You can go to the DreamHack.se webpage and you will see the address there. So Saturday, Sunday, I think we start at 2 p.m., which I also have it here. This is really good. Yeah, 14:30 is the first game, so the show will start more or less at 14. 14:30 is the pre-show. 3 is the first game. Thank you. And it will be open. So I think we can put like 100 people. Can we say that? Production, more or less?
1,000.
Maybe more. So you just don't be afraid. It will be open. We will feel it's going to be like bigger than the Seattle Key Arena. 100
Yeah,
people.
easily. It's massive. here.
Can we get more of
And-
those frozen margaritas?
Can we get soda?
Not the frozen margaritas.
Oh, but they were
not
so
during
good,
the. We can get a lot of Monster energy drink. There's like a lot. So
We can just put Monster in the frozen margaritas.
I
don't see why we can't do that.
You have to call them Monsteritas.
Genius.
You know what? Brilliant. You sold me.
So I don't know. Anyways, the thing is, we'll be there open. 100 people more maybe. You just can come. Go to DreamHack.se and find out. And that's it for today.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining us, and hope to see you tomorrow in the ASUS ROG Dream League at the DreamHack Monster Energy Studio.